Hey fellow crypto enthusiast, welcome to today's quick trend analysis. Here we go. Looking at the Bitcoin hourly time frame, the price moved only slightly to the upside with around 0.1% in the last 24 hours, with a current price of $7,565. Moving to the hourly simple moving averages, for this time interval, the current price is above all of the simple moving averages, which looks bullish, and you should watch if the closest SMA, the 50 SMA, could remain stable or the price will dip below it with the current price of around $7,540. Important to note is that the price is currently above the 200 SMA, which can play as a strong support. However, breaking it to the downside will signal a potential big move down. Looking at the hourly exponential moving averages, the current price is above the hourly ribbon, which is generally bullish, and the ribbon could play as a support, so it is to watch if the price could bounce off it. The current price to watch is around $7,516. Nevertheless, a trend change can be expected owing to the ribbon being compressed, which means that the trend is currently not very strong. Usually, when the price moves to the side, the ribbon is less reliable. The exponential moving average is calculated similarly to the simple moving average, but places a greater weight and significance on the most recent data points. This means that the EMA moves quicker to the current direction of the price and could signal faster a trend change. The ribbon we are showing is composed of 8 different EMAs that together show more accurate the current trend. Jumping to the hourly relative strength index, the current hourly RSI is at 56, so it doesn't show signs of overbought or oversold conditions at this point. On the lookout for divergences in the hourly timeframe. At this time, no divergence was found which could have an impact on the future price, as the last divergence was far in the past. Moving to the hourly stochastic RSI, both the %K and %D lines are in the higher region, which means that the price is getting overbought and soon a trend change or at least some kind of consolidation could be expected. The K line is currently located below the D line, meaning that there is a downwards trend. Moving to the hourly MACD, seeing as the MACD line is above the signal line, meaning that the trend is currently on the up. However, the MACD histogram shows that the momentum is currently shifting to the downside, and it could be expected that the price will consolidate, and it is better to wait and see if the MACD line will cross the signal line, which will be bearish. Jumping to the 3-hourly simple moving averages, the current price is between the 20 and the 200 SMA. If the price bounces off the 20 SMA, which is currently at 7,518, it could be seen as a support, and the 200 SMA that is at 7,714 could be seen as a resistance to the upside. Breaking either way signals a possible further move to the corresponding direction. Important to note is that the price is currently below the 200 SMA, which can play as a strong resistance. However, breaking it to the upside will signal a potential big move up. For longer price development, the daily time frames should be considered, as the shorter time frames are not as accurate. The simple moving average is calculated by summing up the close prices for a certain amount of candles and then dividing it by the number of the candles. We use usually the last 20, 50, 100 and 200 candles to calculate the different SMAs. The SMA lines could be used to determine if a trend is currently to the downside or upside. The SMA lines could also show support and resistance levels, and breaking one of them could signal trend to the corresponding direction. Jumping to the 3-hourly exponential moving averages, the current price is above the 3-hourly ribbon, which is generally bullish, and the ribbon could play as a support, so it is to watch if the price could bounce off it. The current price to watch is around 7,467. Nevertheless, a trend change can be expected owing to the ribbon being compressed, which means that the trend is currently not very strong. Usually, when the price moves to the side, the ribbon is less reliable. The exponential moving average is calculated in a similar way as how the simple moving average is being calculated, but places more importance on the most recent data points. A faster trend change could be signaled as the EMA moves quicker in the current direction of the price. In order to show the current trend more accurately, the ribbon we are showing is made up of 8 different EMAs. Looking at the 3-hourly relative strength index, the current 3-hourly RSI is at 57, so it doesn't show signs of overbought or oversold conditions at this point. On the lookout for divergences in the 3-hourly timeframe. At this time, no divergence was found which could have an impact on the future price, as the last divergence was far in the past. There are two types of divergences: bearish or negative divergence and a bullish or positive divergence. Bearish divergence is when the price is making a higher high while at the same time the indicator is making a lower high. This shows that the buyers are exhausted and a trend change could be expected soon. The same logic applies to the bullish divergence, where the price makes a lower low, but the indicator is making a higher low, showing that the sellers are exhausted. Jumping to the 3-hourly stochastic RSI, the stochastic RSI currently shows no overbought or oversold conditions, but the %K line is over the %D line, which means the current trend is to the upside. Moving to the 3-hourly MACD, the MACD line is below the signal line, which shows that the current trend is on the downside. However, the MACD histogram shows that the momentum is currently shifting to the upside, and it could be expected that the price will consolidate for some time, and you should wait to see if the MACD line will cross the signal line, which will be bullish. Looking at the daily simple moving averages, at the moment, the price is between the 20 and the 50 SMA. If the price bounces off the 20 SMA, which is currently at 7,527, it could be seen as a support, and the 50 SMA that is at 8,301 could be perceived as a resistance to the upside. If there were to be a break either way, it means that there could be a continuous move in that direction. Moving to the daily exponential moving averages, the price at the moment is situated below the daily ribbon, which is habitually bearish, and the ribbon can act as a resistance, so you should keep an eye on if the price will break it or bounce of it. The current price to watch is around 8,164. The resistance should be considered because the ribbon is more or less spread out. Moving to the Daily Relative Strength Index, the current daily RSI is at 45, so there are currently no signs of the crypto being overbought or oversold. Searching for divergence in the daily timeframe, no divergence was found that could play a role for the future price at this timeframe, because the last one was long ago. Jumping to the daily stochastic RSI, both the %K and %D lines are located in the higher region. This means that the price is high due to overbuying, and a change in the trend, or at least some kind of consolidation, can be expected. However, the K line still hasn't crossed the D line, so you should wait to see if the trend will actually go down. Jumping to the daily MACD, the MACD line is above the signal line, which shows that the current trend is on the upside. Looking at the MACD histogram, we can see that the momentum is strong at the moment, and we can expect the price to continue growing, or maybe at least remaining the same for some time. Generally, the bigger time frames have a bigger impact on the price, so please keep that in mind when we show different time frames showing contrasting indicators. Also, the shorter time frames are only representative for the short-term trading. Thanks for watching, and keep in mind that you should make your own investment decisions, as cryptocurrency trading is very risky, and these daily videos are only an overview of trends and are a purely technical analysis without considering the fundamentals. See you next time.